What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mobile video. So today we're going to talk about a form of currency in this game that hasn't really been, I guess, adjusted or really been talked about in a while. And I'm surprised people actually haven't discussed this, mainly because, it's something that's been irking me for a while. So I'm sure every single one of you guys knows about the credit system. This credit system has been in the game basically since the start, and it's kind of like a way to buy, calling cards or certain like blueprints from the credit store, but never really anything else. At the very beginning, before there was a gunsmith, before there was like abilities to put camos on our blueprints. I mean, before these blueprints were even called blueprints, they were called, I think they were just called epic skins, legendary skins. That's all they were. The credit store was kind of a way for you to get some pretty cool skins back in the day. We had the Black Gold M4 LMG, we had the Royal Crimson PDW, stuff like that. And a lot of people, I mean, it was a cool thing at the time to have skins like that. Of course, obviously, skins with that type of look don't really change too much in the grand scheme of things now, mainly because we have all these mythics and all these legendary skins that are way better. However, it gave us a reason to play the game a bit, at least at the time. If you saw people with those types of credit store skins, you would think, they probably grinded this game a long time to actually unlock those, and that usually was the case. But now I'm sure most of you guys have all these types of credits that, that you don't use unless you're maybe using it to change your name. Because I know using credits is like an alternate option if you don't want to pay COD points to, change your gamer tag. I think they also like sell perks on those things, or I think certain guns. I'm not sure about that part, but yeah, you could buy score streaks, you could buy perks. Like let's say if you're, relatively new to the game. But once you've done that, that's basically it. Like, you don't have any other reason to use credits at all. I mean, yes, they have those epic credit crates where you could get those older, rare epic skins for the M4 LMG, like the Moonstone or the Royal Crimson or something like that. And, like, yeah, some people will get lucky. I mean, that's probably where you'll spend the most credits. But again, most of you guys, I'm sure, already have most of those skins anyways. With those crates that kind of rotated, sometimes they'll have Moonstone skins, sometimes they'll have like the MSMC Wasteland, just very old skins from the past, but they usually just rotate among those very few. Um, but for most of us, I mean, we've already have like hundreds of thousands of credits saved up, and we really don't know what to do with it. And yes, they still give, I guess, new skins in the credit store, but most of those skins are not really geometry based. They're not really changing the shape of the weapon in any way. They're just kind of just putting a coat of paint on a weapon. And keep in mind, most weapons, I'm sure you guys probably have either legendary, mythic variants, or even like epics that are from the battle pass they came from. Even when it comes to the frames that they sell there, they're not really that great. Yes, they're epic, but like they're barely animated. They barely do anything. There's really no point in getting them in the first place. Like often they'll sometimes have like some pretty good looking charms that you could just pick up for like 6,000 credits, which really doesn't make a dent to the absolute enormous amount that you've already saved. But yeah, like there's just like basically my point is the credit store really has nothing to offer these days. And that portion of the game has been so underdeveloped for such a long time, or it hasn't been given enough attention to the point where I start to wonder why they even have it in the first place. It's kind of in the same boat as the Clan Wars rewards, where there hasn't really been any major rotations, and the quality of those epic skins that constantly, come out every other season are usually starting to just get worse and worse. I mean, both of those types of portions of the game have kind of not really been focused on for a while. I mean, yes, they did some overhauls with Clan Wars. Back then, Clan Wars used to just be whoever plays the most in any mode, or whoever buys the most skins usually wins. Of course, that was a flawed system, but I mean, Clan Wars, it does make it a little bit better, like just the one that we have right now, but it doesn't really reward us in any way other than just putting a legendary level frame or a little border on the top of our names. That's kind of why me and Parker just stopped doing clan nodes in general, because there's nothing to gain other than that. And even if we were dedicated to the bone where we just play nonstop every day trying to get first place in the leaderboards, like what are we getting rewarded with? Just with more clan wars points for like that. Really, you don't want to spend it on anything because there's just nothing interesting in the store. And even if there is, it's usually just the separate outfit for one of the four main Clan Wars operators, which they haven't changed, by the way. So credits are basically on that same type of situation where there's just nothing interesting. And think about it. Like, when was the last time someone that plays this game with you told you, "Oh, I can't wait to get this blueprint in the credit store"? Yeah, like that never happens. I mean, there's obvious solutions to kind of fix this issue. I mean, the first obvious solution would be just remove the credit system, I would say, because if they're not really going to focus too much on it, then really what's the point? But even with a drastic change like that, people are going to complain that they now have to pay with actual COD points to change their names. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be for that, but I mean, that's an easy solution if they just want to remove the
Yeah, I
entire
wish it would
thing.
already.
But another simple solution that I'm pretty sure everyone will be happy with is just, have more appealing rewards. Whether it be
Yeah,
character skins, epic skins, or even frames, make them a little bit more appealing. Make it so that all of us as players could be like, "Wow, this new Growl skin looks amazing. I can't wait to use my credits on that."
okay,
Or maybe in a
POI.
rare occurrence, you guys could probably also have a legendary skin that you could buy with credits. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be just 10,000 credits or something like that, but I would assume, for a legendary skin, it would cost like maybe 100,000, 200,000, maybe even more, something that could actually get us grinding for more credits. And I know you guys are going to tell me, well, that's what the secret cache is for. But I mean, what's wrong with having another way to grind for a legendary skin? And that's the thing too, with credits being so worthless right now. I mean, you get these things after you finish the 50 tiers in the battle pass. Like, you start getting like 75 credits, and then later on in the hundreds, you end up just getting 50 credits per tier, which honestly I've kind of discussed before on stream. Maybe they should have secret cache crates instead of just, credits. And that's something that's always kind of annoyed me. It's like, even going for, post tier 50 rewards, it's just nothing but credits, just nonstop. And again, there's nothing to do with the credits. Of course, it doesn't really take too long to progress through the tiers, even if you've never paid for one in your life. It doesn't really take long to get to like tier 50 or even tier 100. But again, give us a reason to be excited to spend fucking credits in the first place. Give us skins that are worth grinding for, stuff that changes the geometry. Even if it's just one skin, I mean, that will be fine. Even if it's for 2 seasons, at least we have something to grind for. We've like rotated through the same original epic skins for such a long time. Like, I've kind of lost track. We've probably been rotating for about 2 to 3 years at this point. Just up the value in these epic skins, make them a lot more appealing for everyone. And I get it. COD Mobile has been doing a good job adding all these features this year, and it's nice. I mean, it's nice that we have a secret cache. It's nice there's ways to get better camos. It's nice that we could get legendary skins and mythic skins for free. That's cool. But I mean, there's other forms of currency that we're not accounting for. We're not accounting for the Clan Wars currency. We're not accounting for the credits. These forms of currency have been in the game for so long. And honestly, I think it's high time for some changes. And I'm not sure whether or not they're going to do anything with it this year. They seem more busy adding actual full-on features into this game, which is a good thing. But maybe next year do something with the credit store. Same goes for the Clan Wars store. Like the Clan Wars credits are just as bad. They just don't have any value to them, or like
Yeah.
there's just nothing that we can use them for that is considered good. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe for
Yeah,
some more
be the
COD Mobile
same.
content. I'll
See
see
you
you
next
guys next
time.
time.